Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm here. Hi, my name is Christine Davitt. I work at Teen Vogue. I'm a senior social manager. And currently, we are about to have a lovely chat with Jaeden Martell. And I'm so excited to see so many people tuning in already. Kate said, Jaden's gonna go live. I'm honestly shocked. Is that shocking? We'll see. Okay, let me see if Jaeden is here yet. I'm seeing lots of folks who are trying to join our live, but we're gonna have to wait for Jaeden. Da, da, da. Let's see. Jaeden is late. Look, it just started. We're 2 minutes in. By the way, you guys, at the bottom, you'll see the question mark box. Feel free to drop your questions there. And once we start chatting with Jaeden, we can pull some of those questions up. I see there's already a bunch, so that's very exciting. Let me do another check and see who's here. You guys are really good at having like usernames that are just like his. So, okay. I know Jaeden never uses social media. I mean, he does and he doesn't. So this is really exciting. Jaden's too busy being a slug. He's not being a slug. I think he's probably doing the best he can. We need Jaeden. Yeah, he's coming. Don't worry. Look, it's been 2 minutes. I'm chilling. You're chilling. We're all chilling. So, but when you guys, yes, Sophie, we are saving this live. We're definitely going to put on our story. We're going to see if we can get it on IGTV as well. TBD. But we're going to try that. Oh, Chantal said, loving your makeup. Thank you. Have not been doing my makeup much lately, but today, trying to do the best I can. Yeah, there's so many Jaeden. Oh, hi, Jaeden. Oh, Jaeden said he requested. There are honestly so many Jaeden fan accounts in here, which is very exciting. Okay. Let's see. Waiting for Jaeden.
Hello.
Hi.
I heard you talking about me.
Yeah, you're a big topic of convo here.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, everyone say hi to Jaeden. This is so exciting. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm loving the bleached hair, by the way.
Thank you. Wait, can you?
So this.
Can you head?
Oh, I can. Yeah, yeah. Feel free to. Oh yeah, everyone get a good look at the bleached hair. How is that? How is bleached hair life treating you?
It's pretty good. I feel good about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So yeah, like tell us a little bit about how you are. How's quarantine life treating you?
Good. You know, tough being stuck at home, but
Yeah.
just like everybody, but everyone's dealing with it, and I think it's hard for everybody. I feel very fortunate that my life isn't super different.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very true. I mean, I would agree with that, just working from home and taking every day one day at a time. So congratulations, by the way, on the release of Defending Jacob.
Thank you.
So exciting. It came out last Friday, right?
Yes, and new episode this Friday.
Very exciting on Apple TV. So yeah, tell us a little bit about Defending Jacob for folks who aren't familiar with it.
So Defending Jacob is I Jacob, who is accused of murdering a classmate, and it's about family and everything like that, and it sort of revolves around the question of how far would you go for the people that you love, and so sort of a courtroom drama, but it revolves around this family, and hopefully kids and parents can all relate to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I watched all 3
Mm.
episodes that are out so far. I have to say it's very intense, you know. It's obviously deals with really, really heavy subject matter, a lot of like tough themes. So like I have to say, like, what drew you to this project specifically?
Yeah, I think the story, of course, but also especially this character. Um, I think he seems like a very normal, like a typical teenage kid, but he's super, complicated and complex and serious. Yeah, everyone's saying that I sound weird, so I'm gonna try to use this.
Yeah,
Everyone's saying I sound like a robot.
go for it. You sound okay to me, but I also see
Well,
that.
it
So
sounds weird for me too. It's like echoing.
really, okay.
Yeah, these mics.
Well, we'll try to do the best we can, huh?
How do I?
Okay. Oopsie.
Is that better?
I think yes, it does sound good.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments, let us know if that sounds better. So many
Do I sound
fans.
good? Your mic is buzzing.
I think you sound great.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. So one thing that, I was reading that you had the ability to, in this role in defending Jacob, to choose whether or not Jacob was guilty of this crime. And I imagine that was like such a like liberating experience, like from a creative standpoint. It's like it was really on you to like, create the narrative for your character. Like, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, for sure. It's always fun getting to know a character outside of the material that you're given. And yeah, the first question I had, of course, I think like everyone who um, read the script for me or watched the show is, did he do it or not? And so I asked Morten Tildum, the director, and he said, you can decide whether he did it or not. And don't tell me, don't tell anybody, just keep it to yourself. And so I chose whether he did it or not. It took me a while to figure out, but it was definitely freeing and just it made me relate to Jacob on another level that I hadn't done before. So it was definitely a learning experience, and definitely helped me grow as an actor, I think.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of pressure too.
A little bit,
Yeah.
but I think pressure on myself because I didn't have to tell anybody. So then technically I could still be choosing,
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, so, if folks haven't seen the show, it co-stars Chris Evans, who, you've worked with a number of times now, which is amazing. So this marks your 3rd time working with him, right?
Yes. Yeah, my
Yeah, so what was that like?
it was fun. Well, I found out that I was going to be doing this project while we were shooting Knives Out.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, that was exciting to know that we were going to go on and be seeing each other in a few months. And then on Knives Out, I told him that my first ever project was me playing a younger Chris. And he obviously didn't remember that because
Oh
we
my
never
God.
met. But yeah, it was so funny for both of us.
Yeah, what a small world, huh?
It's so funny. I know.
Yeah, so like I'm just curious, like obviously you've worked with him in various capacities already. Like if you were going to work with Chris again, what would you like to do? I mean, I know you're interested in writing or directing, like maybe something from that angle, maybe an exciting dream cast situation. Like what are you thinking?
Sure. I don't know. Maybe we have to do something where we're not related to each other and we can
Yeah.
be separate people for once.
Yes.
No, but he's super talented and he's also fun to work with and super kind and welcoming. And I think I'm very lucky to work with him on 2 projects in a row. But yeah, I want to work with him again for sure.
Amazing. Well, I hope to see it. Yeah, so you mentioned Knives Out. I mean, that's so funny too, because both filmed in like Boston area, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
where
you
he's
guys,
from. So
so you were just really parked in Boston for a while, huh?
yes, for a long time. It was that in
Yeah.
the wintertime, and then in a few months we were there for 6 months. So I got all the seasons of Boston and really got a taste of the city.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
missed LA. Yeah.
But obviously, like Knives Out is such an incredible like ensemble cast. Like, it must have been so amazing to work with all those actors. Like, could you share anything that you like really took away from that experience, or something you learned on set from one of your colleagues?
I mean, yeah, that was just an acting class. I was just able to be in the room with all of these incredible actors, and because there's so many people in one room, there's not a lot of dialogue, so I was able to just sit there and watch everybody and see them do their thing. And um, I think I learned the most by watching people and seeing what they were doing when they weren't saying anything, seeing them like just the little habits that Jamie had. And when she was like, when someone would mention the time, she would check her watch. And even though that seems so simple, but a lot of actors can forget to do simple things like that, and it becomes all about the dialogue. But for them, it was just about being real, and so it was really cool to watch them and see how hard they were working. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds incredible. I mean, yeah, so much of acting is nonverbal, it's body language. So I can only imagine working with that sort of range of people was like a true masterclass situation.
yeah, 100% for sure.
um, so obviously you've had like such a wide range of incredible roles, like especially for someone your age. It's like, from St. Vincent to It. I mean, I know that you have said before that you never like wanted to be an actor, or that wasn't like your goal going into it per se. Like, could you tell us a little bit about what like inspired you to get into it? Like, how you basically got from point A to point B?
Yeah, well, I kind of got into it by accident in a way. Yeah, I never wanted to do it. I never thought it was possible. Because I'm from Philadelphia and there's not a lot of opportunities to become an actor. But when I moved to LA, um, I met my now manager who kind of got me into it and said that I should try it out. And I wasn't sure at first because uh, I was naturally introverted, um, and I didn't think it would be for me. But I mean, I started auditioning for commercials and um, I still wasn't sure, but basically I figured out that I was in love with acting when I was on set and actually doing it. And I finally understood what it meant to be an actor. And when I got to watch other people work super hard and to see other people's passions, like um, Bill Murray, who I did my first movie with, being able to watch him work and lead a set and put everything he has into a role was really inspiring. And I never seen that before in person. So yeah, that made me want to keep acting and get better.
Yeah, I was gonna say like yeah, you've had such like an incredible variety of roles already. Like, is it interesting to like sort of think about your future and like where you're gonna go from here? Because it's like, you're already like, it's like you're already fulfilling dreams of so many people.
No, I don't like to think about my future. It's scary.
That's
No,
real.
but I just want to get better, um, which sounds like stupid, but I do. I just want to, like, with every role, become
Yeah.
a little bit better, and hopefully, I'll be the best that I can. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you have, I mean, I know you're interested in potentially going behind the camera, like, writing or directing.
Mhm.
Could you talk a little bit about that? And like, have you had any opportunities so far to sort of like do any shadowing or anything like that on set as of yet?
No, yeah, yeah. I'm super interested in eventually directing and writing. Um, I mean, I've been shadowing directors for however many years I've been acting, just being on set with, um, as an actor, it helps me understand how to, hopefully, it'll help me understand how to speak to actors. And then just being around the incredible directors that I've been able to work with have definitely taught me how, like, seeing everyone's different work styles has been really
Hmm.
interesting, and seeing how I'm attracted to a certain kind of director versus seeing how they work with the camera, or learning from everybody. Um, and yeah, I'm just hoping that I can do it. I love film more than anything, and I also watch a lot of movies, so that's my other form of education.
Yeah, I mean, have you been watching anything? I mean, I'm assuming you're watching a lot of movies now during this time. Can you share
Yes.
some favorites that you've been watching?
Um, I accidentally got like every streaming channel by the start of quarantine. I had everything, but I got the Criterion channel, which has been my favorite thing, and I've been watching. I watched Chunking Express, which I
Mm.
recommend. It's a good romance film. Um, and then I watched Adaptation and Taipei Story and
Hmm.
Her and The Master. Um, I've been watching good movies.
That's
Yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say that's like a
it's given me a lot
solid,
of time to yeah.
yeah, solid list. I guess I would like. I mean, I know you mentioned like romance movies. Like you've had a lot of like intense, dramatic roles. Like, what's a dream role like for you in the future? Like, do you want to do something that's like romantic or comedy or anything like that?
Um, yeah, I think so. I've had like crushes in movies, but never really full on romance. But I think, I mean, and comedy too, because I'm not super comfortable with it. I think, like, I want to take an improv class. I want to do things that'll push me out of my comfort zone, because it can be easy for an actor to um, get sort of stuck in a cycle where they do the same thing,
Yeah.
um, and that's like uh, scary for every actor. So yeah, I just want to try different things out for sure.
Are there any sort of like actors or directors or anything outside of the genres you're so experienced in that you'd like to work with? Maybe comedy related.
Um, it's a good question. I wanted, I like, I also want to be in, like a gangster movie, like a Martin Scorsese.
Ooh, I mean,
Um,
that's like the
yeah,
pinnacle.
yeah, of course, that's every actor's dream. Um, yeah, comedy, that's a good question. I never thought about that. Um, but like Bill Murray is awesome, and um, Bill Hader, um, who I worked with on it too, was super cool. And just like seeing um, comedians are so interesting because they are so different from the personalities on screen.
Yeah.
And it's cool because they're like they're kind of like the greatest actors because they're so different and they change so
Hmm.
drastically. I think that's really cool to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you had mentioned you recently watched like Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. I think he's like the perfect example of an actor like really known for his
Yes.
comedy, and then he pivoted to these dramatic roles and is obviously like so incredible. I'd be interested to see you have that, that other trajectory.
I've been obsessed with Adam Sandler. Yeah, he's super funny, but then, I mean, yeah, Uncut Gems was incredible, and he's super, like, he's still charming and funny, but he's also super dark and can reach um, emotional points, which is really, like, really amazing and kind of unsettling when you watch him because he's known
Oh my
for
god.
being the overtop comedian. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
in
I
love
will
with
say
all of his
Uncut
work.
Gems was super intense and like definitely unlike anything I had seen him in before. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think
2019 was a really good year for movies.
it was. Yeah, what are some must see movies you would recommend from 2019? Because obviously a lot of folks
Um,
are staying home, a lot of time in their
yes.
hands.
So I mean, Parasite is a no-brainer. Um, but I personally think maybe my favorite movie of last year was Waves with Kelvin Harrison Jr. and the A24 movie.
Yeah.
Um, I was like really affected by that movie. It really got to me. Um, yeah, that might be my favorite. That or Uncut Gems.
Yes, both great A24 movies.
Yes.
Yeah, we had Kelvin Harrison Jr. on um, our Young Hollywood list this year, so very familiar with his work. He's incredible too.
Yeah, he's very
Um,
talented.
yeah. So one thing that I wanted to ask you about, so I know that you're involved with an organization called Film to Future. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and the work they do?
Yeah, they're a very incredible organization that gives opportunities to underprivileged kids in LA and sort of teaches them about the film industry and gets them internships and jobs and makes it possible for them to have a career and a future. And um, I think it's really I was really drawn to it because it doesn't just, call for donations and giving money or food to people, sort of like a temporary um, aid, but it helps them build a career that can last a lifetime, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just sort of helping their trajectory, which I think is really, really amazing. So, um, yeah, they're an awesome organization and really good people. So I'm happy to be a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, their work sounds amazing. I mean, I think, like you said, it's like to really have this sort of systemic long-term change, like it really does need to start at the roots like that. So I'm hoping that, the kids involved in this organization, like we see them in movies down the road, we see
Mhm.
them writing, directing, and everything. So
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
that's the other thing about the movie industry is it's not just acting or directing. It's there's so many little pockets that people don't know about,
Yeah.
um, and there's so many. The film industry is open to people with all different sorts of talents and passions, and I think that's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hope there are kids in Philly who are like, Jaeden became an actor. I could become an actor too.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so I guess, we're a good amount in here and there are tons and tons of questions that folks have submitted. Obviously, you're seeing the comments blowing up as well, but I was thinking I could take some time to like go through the questions, see if there's some good ones. Um, let's see. I'm gonna just pull them up. Unfortunately, they might block your face a little, but um, Cookie Lodrain said, "What is one thing you want to do in 2020?"
Best thing you want to do in 2020? I don't know. I want to go for a road trip, and I also want to exercise and get bulky. Not gonna happen, but
Hey, you never know. I mean, maybe once you get bulky, you'll get a role that'll be like perfect for that sort of physique, you know?
yeah, yeah,
It could happen.
exactly.
Okay, let's see some more. Um, Here's a good one. What's your favorite thing to do during quarantine? I mean, obviously watch movies, but anything beyond that?
Watch movies. I have to do school. So I've been doing school so much that like I don't even have time to do anything. Like I can't even be lazy, because I'm already working. Watch
Yeah.
movies. Um, go outside, go for drives,
Yeah.
and eat lots of food.
Lots of food is great. What's your favorite quarantine food?
Um, that's a good question. My mom's a really good chef or a really good cook. So uh, she makes good rosemary chicken.
Yeah.
She makes good. We've been having like Korean barbecue. Um,
That sounds really good.
I'm being
I
pretty.
saw that I read that your grandmother is Japanese. Is that right?
My grandmother's Korean.
Korean. Ah, okay. So that makes sense.
Mm,
um,
yeah,
that's a fun fact, I never would have expected that.
fun facts. Yes. Yeah, all
Let's
my friends
see.
make fun of me because I'm very proud of my Korean roots, and I make sure that everyone knows.
Well, good. You should be proud. I'm about that. I'm half Filipino, so I understand the
Oh,
sort
cool.
of like, yeah, being proud of your Asian culture. I mean, May is Asian and American Pacific what is the actual acronym? Anyway, Pride Month or whatever. So this is the perfect time to talk about your Korean heritage. You should be proud.
Sure.
Okay, more questions. I mean, okay, this one's interesting to me. What advice do you have? Because I have anxiety, but my dream is to be an actress. I mean, I know anxiety and being introverted aren't necessarily correlated, but I think similar feelings for some people.
Yeah. That's a good question. Um, I think that I think it's important to sort of um use that anxiety in a way, and like I I think when you're acting, it's important not to fight your feelings. Like if you're nervous, like use that to your advantage in a way. I know that doesn't make sense, but like use your anxiety and maybe integrate it into your character, and that's who your character is. But I think also it's just about being confident and comfortable in yourself, comfortable in your own skin. I know that's easier said than done, but um, just be proud of yourself. And once you're once you put yourself out there and you start acting and you audition or whatever, I think once you sort of push that, that'll help you get rid of that anxiety and help you
Yeah.
or embrace it or whatever. Um, I think being in that position and knowing that you can do something will help you get better at conquering your fears.
Yeah, like in your experience, has acting sort of helped you come out of your shell a little bit, so to speak, in terms of being introverted? Or are you just, or is it something that you
No.
use to... I
uh,
hear you. I'm also introverted, so.
yeah. Not really. I think um, for some reason, yeah, I don't know. Not really. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm still pretty introverted, and I sometimes have issues communicating or whatever, but I think a lot of actors, I think, um, deal with that because, um, I mean, talking to a camera or acting is very different than talking to another human,
Mhm.
and often acting is super intimate and very personal. And
Yeah.
so I think that it really goes hand in hand with being introverted. Sometimes some actors are super extroverted. I know a lot of people who are very outgoing and
Yeah.
also incredible actors. So yeah.
Here's another question that I feel like is good to bring up. What do you think of all your fan accounts? Because as soon as we went live, I saw them pouring in. They were so excited. They were like, Jaden's never on social media. This is amazing.
I know.
So,
I'm sorry,
A,
guys. I never go live. It's like the first time I've ever gone live. I'm pretty
really,
sure.
well, we're so lucky to have you. And I'm so happy that, all your fans are very excited about this. So,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I
like,
love you
what do you
guys.
think about it?
They're very cool. Oh, I see some Korean. Someone typing Korean. Um,
Yeah.
I know. I love them. They're very sweet and like uh being a human being, you can feel sorry for yourself a lot and or like get stressed about school, but everybody on social media, I've been lucky that everyone has been super kind and just like meeting you guys whenever I can is really cool. I appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it must be nice to feel like you have like this army of support behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not from the actual submissions, but I've seen a couple comments. People want you to drop the skincare routine. Is there anything in particular you do in terms of
Uh,
skincare?
yeah, um, I do. I wash my face, and
Mm-hmm.
I tone.
Excellent.
Um,
Do you do
I
a
don't
full
know.
Korean skincare routine or no?
Not really. My mom sort of just tells me to do this and that whenever, and she's always changing the formula, so I'm kind of just the guinea pig in a way where I don't really control the stuff. Uh, I don't know anything about
Fair.
anything.
I mean, so I think really the lesson here is listen to your mom.
Yes, true. Whatever she says, I
Yes.
understand.
Okay, so I don't want to have you too long. Maybe we'll do a couple more questions and try to wrap it up. This one is a really sweet question. What is one thing that you pride most about yourself?
Being Korean.
Oh,
um, I don't know. Not, yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, but I
maybe
can say
humility.
being Korean. Yeah, I can't answer that question. And I
No,
look like a
that's
jerk. What
no,
what did I pride
no.
myself?
I think it's good to, recognize your strong qualities and your traits that make you a good person. So, does make you a jerk at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You say
Let's
that.
let's see. Let's do. Oh, well, this is a fun one. Speaking of being Korean, what do you think of K-pop as a genre? Very broad question, but
It's very cool. I don't listen to it that often. But it's kind of cool that they like blend all these genres
oh my
and
god, they
like
really do.
these hardcore Korean rappers singing with these pop singers. And also the fact that it's become so popular in America is kind of amazing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really listen to it.
Yeah, it's cool to see just too how like K-pop has become like a vehicle for bringing Korean culture in general
Yes.
to the mainstream in
Hmm.
America. So, obviously here at Teen Vogue we love K-pop. We love all our K-pop fans as well. um, someone said armies had entered the chat. I mean, we love armies. We love armies all day long at Teen Vogue. Okay, so let's I'll do one more question. And I think this is like a nice one for this time in particular. What's something you're very grateful for?
That's a good question. Um, I'm grateful for being healthy and I'm grateful for my mom and yeah, I'm grateful for all my friends and it's like Thanksgiving right now, except for without the food. Um, no, yeah, I'm very thankful for everything that I have. I'm very fortunate human being that I'm on this live with Teen Vogue and and just that I get to do what I love. I'm super grateful for that. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for you guys.
Aw. Yeah, we're grateful for everyone watching, everyone in the comments. Obviously, we're grateful for you, Jaeden, as well, for joining us. It's been so lovely to talk to you and talk about your projects. I guess we can just close out by, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you'd like to share? Could be work related, anything else.
I don't know. Defending Jacob is out. Another episode is out Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to watch that, you can watch that on Apple TV. Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff, but yeah, I think that's all I want to say.
You're doing great. Well, yes, thank you again so much for joining us. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And yeah, have a wonderful day, Jaden, and
Thank you so
congrats
much.
on the release of Defending Jacob.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.
day.